What's going on, traders? It is a crazy day today. Man, do I have some good lessons for you guys today. Um, yeah, let's get in the video and get it going. So today I traded OPGN. Show you my P&L real quick, and yeah, that's my P&L for the day. Let's get into the trade. So, what a crazy day! That's all I can say. Pre-market, seen this one gapping up huge today, and I'm sure a lot of you guys traded this. If not, you seen it. It was a monster. Um, let's break it down what I was seeing. So the main thing what I was seeing is when it broke this high at $10.20, I knew that was going to be a strong support area. So I mapped that level out, and then it went to as high as around 12 bucks pre-market, pulled back. Looks like the 1060s retested up to 1180s, and then pulled back to 960s. So I had one trade today, being under the PDT rule, and let's get into the trade. What crazy events happened today? So right out of the gates, this thing got bought up, went to the 12s, almost to the 12s, had a pullback to 1043 area, shot back up to that pre-market $12 resistance, and it became a strong resistance, and it pulled back. Okay, so here's where I did a big mistake. So on this pullback at $9.80, that's major support. My major supports is 1020 area. So I knew I wanted to get in this trade because if you look at the history of the stock, I expected the stock to close weak. So when it has a gap up, both time it gaps up, it doesn't hold its gains very good. So I'm expecting this stock to get crushed. So that's the reason why I got short on this. Let's go back to the 1 minute. So the whole time ahead, I'm expecting the stock to not close very strong. And I wanted to get into this trade, but like I say, being under the PDT rule, you have to be precise, and once you take that trade, there's no turning back. So when it came back down to this 980s and popped back up above this 1020, I wanted to short the stock. So we had a retest back to this 1146, and we had a pullback. So right here's where my number one problem was. I shorted kind of by support. It was like mid-range, I would say. It's mid-range. So I shorted this at 1080. What do you think? A couple minutes later, I get squeezed. So I see how it reacts at this $12 mark. Once again, my stop is if it breaks above 12 and actually holds as support, I gotta take the loss. But in the back of my mind, I want to hold this stock till close. So when I got in this short at $10.80, I actually, the first time I used a bracket. So I set I wanted to buy my position back at $10.20. So I set up that buy order. I guess I never really used them, so I used them on this trade. So I set up at $10.20. I went back to work. Right here, it squeezes me again. I seen this squeeze, and it failed once again, as you can see. And then it comes back down right here to 1032. Didn't stop me out because my price is at $10.20. And how I get that $10.20, now this is my style of trading. Do I recommend that this is everybody's style? No. But I do trade these stocks a lot, and I do try to hold them for several hours. So I'm not saying my style by any means is the way that you should trade this. You know, a good way to trade this is to be shorting up here in the 12s, but it is what it is. So I got this $10.20 level right from here. This is where I figured this is a strong support. So when I got into the position, I automatically set my price for $10.20. If it hits $10.20, it's going to take me out of the trade. Obviously, kind of bit me in the butt, but it is what it is. So once again, pulls back to 1033. Didn't stop me out because it didn't hit 1020 yet. Shoots back up this $12 resistance again and gets stuffed. And it pulls back and does it again and gets stuffed. Well, by this time right here, I have a lot of confidence in my trade because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You get the point. It touched this 12s multiple times and got rejected. So this whole time, I'm getting squeezed. And I know I'm getting squeezed. You know, like I said, this style of trading is not for everybody. If you don't do this style normally, please don't do this. I'm not advising you to do this by one means. But anyhow, this $12 right here, this is a huge resistance. So that's what I'm kind of basing my trade off of. If 12 holds at support, I'm going to have to take the loss. But it didn't. So retested 12 again here. Now, right here is where this stock gets interesting. It blew past this right here, right? So when it went from 1172 to high of 1280, that's literally in 2 minutes. So now when this happens, I always wait for the first 1 minute pullback to see if this $12 area is actual support. If it's actual support, I have to take the loss. It's going to suck, but that's part of trading. That's the risk. So on this next candle, I seen not a lot of buyers stepping up. And then we're still not, the buyers aren't coming in. And then the buyers are. So this is the first real pullback. So this is what I'm looking at right here. I'll highlight this. I always wait for the first pullback to see if this is actual support. And we flush right down to this 12. The next candle, it flushes right through it. So at this point, I put my phone back in my pocket because I knew this was a fake out. You know, this is something you have to, trading like this, you have to be really confident in your position. So when I seen this flush right through this 12, it's a big pullback. I knew that this was another fake out, so I wasn't going to cover my position. Then I pop back up, and then my phone is in my pocket, and then right here, $10.20, it filled my order, and I'm out of the trade. And then, you know, it got crushed, you know. It is what it is. Like I say, if I would have held this to the close, I'd have made a lot more money, but there's always should have, could have, and whatever. But when you get squeezed this many times, yeah, you better be confident in that trade that this thing's going to close weak. And like I say, when I set that order up for 1020, I actually learned this from one of our moderators in our chat room. He trades like this a lot. He's above the PTD rule. And he's really good at shorting these tops. But I figured I'm going to try this. And it worked out really good. You know, it got me out of the trade. Locked in $300. But am I saying by any means this was how you should normally trade? No. But with my style of trading, a lot of these stocks I will hold till the close. This stock right here, I had an order set and it got filled. You know what? Walked away $300. That's awesome. But yeah, I got to get better. Usually I do pretty good at shorting these tops, but you know, I wanted to get in this position, but it's hard to do that when you have a full-time job. So it's, you know, you get one shot at it. So what I should have done different is I should have just set a price order like 1180. That's what I should have done. Set the price order 1180 and walked away. If I didn't fill me, then you know what? I lose out on the trade. So that's just something I got to work on, which is no big deal. But I do like how you can set the order on the range orders and it fills you. So I'll probably start doing that a little bit more. I'm just gonna set my price, my limit orders to a range order, and if I don't get filled, I don't get filled. If I get filled, awesome. And then after I get filled, I just have to see if the trade works out. But I hope you guys do take away a lot from this trade. Like I say, I'm not saying by any means that this is the best trade, but there's just a lot of resistance here with this $12 area. So when I got short right here, this isn't the right risk to reward. But like I say, I usually trade for the closing price, as you can see. I held my position for hours. I just, did a range order, and it got me out at 1020. That's where I set it to do it, and I did it because of this right here. That's the only reason why I set that 1020, because it could have bounced off this 1020 and retested back to the 12s. It doesn't just have to break through this. Now, this right here, that's a pretty big pullback, but if you find value in this content, smash that like button, hit the subscribe, man. Leave me a comment, and until next time, peace out.